Hi, I'm Laura Sullivan. Today we are going to be talking about retting, and more specifically flipping retting piles, picking retting piles up, and maybe leaving them put. We're right now in the harvest date trial. These stalks were cut 5 days ago, so they've been laying out just like this for the past 5 days, and they're going to stay put until tomorrow when I will flip them. I typically flip them every 6 days, unless there was a big rain event in there or a few. I might opt to flip them more frequently in that case, but these are just going to stay here, and we're going to go over and look at harvest date 2, which has been laying out for 15 days, and we're going to pick that one up for drying. So a couple things to look for in retting is a good indicator that the crop is retted is this bowstring effect, where you'll see the fiber is just pulling away from the herd on its own. And that's a good indication that the fiber is separating, which is exactly what's supposed to happen in the retting process. And then another good indicator is you should be able to take a stalk and snap it and see the herd break away and fall, and the bast fiber should just flex around and not break itself. If the fiber too breaks, that's a good sign that it's over-retted. And if it's just separating cleanly like that, that's a pretty good sign that it's retted in just the right way. So I just like to snap a few and see what percentage of the stems are in that place, and then I make the decision to stop the retting process. So these are all feeling pretty retted. They also look pretty retted. The color is very dark and they're very dried down, so we're going to go ahead and pick these up. And the nice thing about harvesting hemp fiber is you have a built-in rope. And as soon as you get these up off the ground, that stops the retting process. So usually I just like to stand them up and let them dry out in the sun before storing. And these are mostly ready to go too. There's definitely some green stalks still in here, which is not what you want. When the fiber is retted, there should be no green left in the field, but the weather's been really extreme lately, and I think it's just made for some wonky, uneven retting conditions, and the majority of this crop is well retted, so by the line of best fit, we will pick it up now. So now we're in the seeding rate trial, and these stalks have been retting for 13 days, and I'm feeling like they could go a little longer based on how much green I see still in the piles. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip them all and pick them up probably in the next 2 or 3 days. The easiest way to flip the piles, of course you need them oriented pretty neatly ahead of time, so all like the root ends aligned and all this grain head ends aligned. And you just take the butt end of a tool and stick that under the grain head end and walk them over themselves. And the stalk should be laying close enough that they're touching, but far enough that you can still see grass poking through in between them. And this is where consistency in the stalks is pretty important too, because you'll definitely notice that the larger stem diameters take longer to ret and will stay green a lot longer.